At least we're not streaming them.
Welcome to Diced Coffee, where apparently we now talk about breast milk farms from demonic succubi. I'm so confused with everything that's going on.
That?
Why did you
They
guys
have
have to
healthcare.
put that image in my head? That is my question. So, took a break last week, but we start this week off. As you guys have traveled and managed to convince Sin to travel with you, over the course of the 2 weeks that you've traveled with him, you have also convinced him to start training you better as a team, implying that you might stick together a little longer than just your arrival in the city. The weeks of travel through a dangerous road had become a little easier knowing that he was around. He was able to cast a small tiny hut spell to keep you from the dangers lurking outside of the place, relatively keeping you safe at night.
Friendship Dome.
The Friendship Dome, yes. Relatively keeping you safe at night until you have arrived at the very front walls of Castermaine, a region divided by 3 walls. The outer ward, where you would expect your blue-collar workers and basically people who deal in trade and manual labor. Your inner walls, where you will find banks, finances, and noblemen and nobility. And that would be the inner ward. And the third wall is restricted for the triumvirate of the mages. These are 3 specific magi who are acting as the collective rulers of Castermaine, and they're regions where everything that basically serves the triumvirate. You arrive at the outer ward through the walls, which are very accommodating. They are open. We don't have the concept of paperwork yet, so you are allowed entry upon examining you, your abilities, and giving you the standard do not fuck around in the city or mess with anyone else. Do not cause trouble. Upon entering, you've discovered that the city of Castermaine is in fact an entire city created out of marble, stone, sandstone, lime, but mostly about 80% of the city is composed of some form of solid marble that is way too smooth to have been carved out into a building. This entire city was created using magic from a time when magic was still at its peak and people did not need engineering. So most of the stones, most of the city parts that you can see, at least in the inner ward and in the royal court, which is the third wall, are made of marble, whereas the outer ward is now made of wood and steel and various other conventional materials. But you can see the spire, the central spire, which is like a helix-formed tower made of marble. So, upon entering in the outer ward with Sin and with all your things going in, he stops midway in the road, standing to the side, opens the back of his cart, and hands back to you the item that you had given him, the staff that you had mentioned for him to protect on the road here. He hands you back the item in its protective case and just says, "Well, we're here. Whatever you're planning on doing with this." Gives it back. "I have to go meet a few friends. Suppose this is where we part ways then." He looks at Scarlet.
As promised.
The deal stands. And he looks at the sword in his cart. "I'll be here for a while.
I'll make sure not.
With some of my friends. You can find me."
Keeping that in mind, and I'll make sure I won't forget. Say that while looking at this weapon.
As he gets back on his horse, giving you a salute, you see an elven girl approaching him. Shorter for a regular elf. Has a slight blue tone to her skin. Of light violet purple hair that's kind of cut in a bob. She's wearing what looks like a Victorian dress that is leather clad with lots of buckles and knives attached to all over it. She approaches, and as Sin is about to leave, and what you just hear is, "What took you so long?" As he just kind of looks and says, "I got caught up in the storm. Come on, let's go." "Yeah, everyone's been waiting for you." He notices you guys in the back, waves, a lot friendlier than he is. Just waves at everyone. "New friends?"
Hot.
You can say that.
We've been in the friendship dome. We're friends now.
God damn, they're edgy.
Friendship though?
Oh, you didn't know what happened still to that girl.
I was gonna shake my head. Just to...
Friendship though? Anyway. Well, see you guys around. And she gets on Sin's horse and waves at you as they ride off.
Hey, horse. Does it have an eye patch?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Oh, it's still alive.
The horse, in fact, now that you kind of have a closer look at it, the horse does in fact have an eye patch that was kind of mystically turned into an illusion of an eye.
The horse has an eye patch?
Yes.
Do you want to look inside the eye patch
no, you don't want it.
and see the depths of hell?
Maybe I don't. That would be rude.
They are leaving, so what do you guys want to do?
Kind of feels like they were important characters at one point. Perhaps in
Yeah, it
season-
feels. Yeah,
Oh well. New
I
season,
agree with
guess.
Rolf's contention.
Rolf is like the
It feels
hyper-aware
like the
character.
real
Yes, I have
stars.
no idea
feels
what
like
you're
the real
talking about.
stars of the show are leaving, and then we're just the other guys.
We're spin-off.
We're that
characters.
uncool.
Yeah, we're
You're the
we're
uncool.
side B.
We're like the uncool.
We should have
Same.
named ourselves that the
By the way,
uncool.
we're actually seeing this.
Alright, so point of order, shopping list for Rolf.
Oh,
don't have money.
Let's find some lodging first, so that we know
Yeah.
where we will.
Is there anywhere
Speaking of shopping list for Rolf, I just remembered I forgot to give this last week, or the other week.
Oh,
Halvic, by your estimate, the materials required for what Rolf is asking you to build is 500
expensive?
gold is 400
Oh.
gold for every attempt. However, every attempt, if it breaks, you'll need another 300 gold. Now, because this is something that is not mass produced, is not well known, and is definitely not something readily available,
Yep.
the intelligence check you will need to build this item is going to be very, very high. And it gets easier with every attempt.
at least
Okay.
for the glory of science.
Yes, for the glory
Oh,
of
it's
science and good old capitalism. Okay.
So,
Okay, so lodging.
where...
Are we familiar with this place?
No, this is not a place that any of you have been in. However, it's not hard to find lodging in the Outer Ward. It would depend on how nice of a place you want to stay in.
I just want to. I don't know about you guys, but I already know what I want. Like the lowest shit, bro.
No, you wouldn't want that. Halvic's gonna such this otherwise. Maybe the middle one. Let's try the middle
suppose.
one.
Okay, amenable. I'm amenable to this.
Honestly, I can sleep in the cart and I wouldn't really mind, but I'll look through places with you.
Okay.
Rolf will sleep in cart.
You're
Roll for the
looking
love of God, Rolf.
for a middle... You're looking for a middle class place? Or middle-ish?
Yeah, but not upper middle, like the, you know what I mean.
This is not like the Philippines that we have upper and lower middle.
There should be, because the disparity between the rich and the poor.
We're not making...
But yeah,
We're not making economic comments right now. But, if you're looking for middle-ish
middle.
lodgings...
Yes.
What you're looking for is the bent steel.
Okay, it sounds normal.
It is a tavern and inn. The inn has 5 floors. From the looks of it, you could
Okay.
they might have some few empty rooms. Not the cleanest, but it'll do. Not the cleanest, but it'll do. And the bent steel has a karaoke night if anyone's interested.
Very,
I
very interesting.
already have.
But If you're fine with
maybe
this,
later.
it is a wood and steel structure, mostly wood that's kind of reinforced with some steel on the side. And it looks like the patrons, when you look inside to the tavern area, the patrons are all some form of traveler, adventurer, or outsider. But all of them seem to be capable of fighting to some extent. Some of them more than you, some of them less than you, but they all look like they've seen their share of fights in one way or another. Is this fine with you guys? Or you want to keep looking?
I look at Halvic. I mean, if he's okay with this,
Yeah,
or
I'm okay with this.
there's
Oh, I'm looking at Rolf.
alright.
Share the room with me so that you can see the things that I'm doing.
Okay. Sounds wrong. It's taken out of context, but okay.
Oh, for the love of God. Well,
It's
should we
because
ask-
Rolf is down for karaoke night.
Okay.
Okay, seems fair.
He's
Seems
decided
fair.
about it. I'm gonna gesture to her.
You head in.
Performer.
Going inside, the person at the counter, when you look inside this large kind of lobby, there is a chandelier that looks like the fires are not put on candles. They're actually magic flames that are on top of the chandelier parts where you would expect a candle to be held. And inside there is a tabaxi woman in a laced kind of dress, laced white ruffled in a shirt with a leather corset and this long flowing puffy dress
Oh.
inside. A tabaxi with kind of black fur looking like a panther of some sort. As you come in, she's got this long pipe with smoke coming out of it. This very kind of ornate golden mahogany brown pipe. You come in, she... Well, what can I do you for? Looking for a room? A drink perhaps, or maybe some company?
How much is a room? What do you mean by company?
I was just about to ask.
I would like to ask out loud. Not out loud.
Oh shit, I'm gonna get people out of the room.
Oh God.
If you're looking for standard rooms to be sharing with another person, that's about 20 silver pieces for 2 people, including your breakfast,
Nice.
including your meal for a day. You check out tomorrow
Okay,
morning.
wonderful.
And by company,
Okay,
I
that's
mean
fair.
someone to warm your bed at night.
Oh, she did mean that.
I do have an. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Nope. Thanks.
Just
Thank you,
standard
but no
room, please. Minus the.
Very well.
It-
If you're
it would
looking, if you're looking
Unless
for
Halvic,
4 people,
do you want company?
Oh, for the love of God.
Just,
No.
just leave a sock on the door just in case. Rolf
Unfortunately,
doesn't want to see something.
I know what that meant, but yeah. No.
No? Okay, no company then.
if you're all looking for just a room, that's 40 silver pieces for the 4 of you. You can split it however you like.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, so that's a room shared by us 4? Or does that mean
It's
2
20
rooms for
silver.
the
No,
two
that's
of us?
2 rooms.
It's 20
2
silver.
room
silver.
for you guys and 2 room. No, 1 room for us and 1
You
room
do-
for you guys.
You do have the option though, about 30 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces, and you can have a room that fits the 4 of you. But you might find that the room is not exactly to your aesthetic.
What exactly do you mean by not our aesthetic? Out of curiosity.
The vibes off, or something.
The room's meant for a group of people looking to engage in a group activity.
Oh, you don't have to continue. I think.
Okay, we're down. We're down. We're down.
Good.
I mean, it is
Roll.
cheaper.
No.
It is cheaper. It's more economical.
For
It's more
economic purposes.
economical.
Yeah, we
You
do
guys
some
are just
group
doing this to. For the love of God, I should have stayed in the forest.
It is rather economical if you're looking to save a little bit of coin.
It is.
Yeah, let's do that. I wish the time we
Yeah.
do those type of things, rent a room and just do group studies.
Oops.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah. Fine, we'll take that room.
30
We'll
silver pieces
take-
it will be.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolf will pay for night one, don't worry.
You can give her 3 gold instead
Thank
if you
you.
want.
Okay, 3 gold each.
No, 3 gold total. That's 30 silver
Oh,
for the whole
dear.
room. You drop some gold.
What's
You know what,
3 gold for you?
I still have. Yeah, I still have. I'll pay for the room.
You can pay whatever you
For
like.
the room.
Rolf
I
pays
got
for the room.
I got 30 silver. I got 42 silver.
You pay for the room. Much obliged. Here's your key. Oh, and she looks at all of you up and down. Yeah, you don't look like the kind of people who are gonna want to open the red closet in those rooms. Maybe stay away from
What does
it.
that mean?
Thank you for the heads up.
You're not disallowed
This
from
is so
doing it.
ominous.
You're not disallowed from doing it. But I just don't think you're gonna be the kind of people who want to open it. But it's your choice.
Okay. No.
Microbrain wants to open it, but I say it is only in my head. Like,
By the way, is the dog
door,
allowed
got it.
in the room?
Yeah, it totally shows on your face.
No
Just-
ghost.
Pets are allowed. Some people are into that.
Oh.
oh,
This is
Yeah,
a pretty liberal
She's
inn.
into
allowed.
booze. Yeah. She's
This is
into
pretty
booze.
liberal.
Christina, sitting on your shoulder, Godiva. Christina just kind of looks at you and says, "We're really gonna go into an orgy room?"
I'm very poor right now.
Excuse
Please
me.
Don't question all of
Excuse
my
me. The
decisions.
year is what? Wait, what year is it?
1041.
It's the year of our Lord.
It's year 1041. We now use the politically correct term genital jamboree now. Nobody uses
Excuse
orgy.
We certainly do not use that
In
word
what?
Do not.
under
Then
any
you
year.
call it that?
In what
I am seriously rethinking this
do we
decision.
call it that?
Please do not.
Man, I just want to sleep, bros.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
get some rest.
Christina
Are we
traveling
saying
for-
all-
Climbs. Yes, you aren't saying this in
God.
public where everyone can see you. Christina
In front of
climbs into Godiva's bag. Christina climbs into Godiva's bag and just pretends to be a regular doll, not wanting any part of this.
I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Okay, perfect.
I'm so sorry.
If you, oh, by the way,
I'm so
the
done with all of you.
30 silver does come with a place to put your cart if you want it, a secured place.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
When you head into the room, as your cart is kind of dragged, and the giant barrel, the room,
And by
Of course.
the room actually
And what?
has 4 beds, each of them kind of
Oh,
fitting. Some of them fitting more than one person, some of them fitting one person. The paint of the room is this very lavish, bright red that sort of darkens as
How do you
as the
sleep
light
with
closes.
that?
It sort of darkens with the
I
closing
don't
of the
sleep
doors.
on it.
Yeah,
There is a floating kind of flaming orb that's just kind of lighting the place, and what looks like a wand to the side of the room that is meant to act like a control for the orb, that goes from very brightly daylight lit to very dimly lit. And inside the room, there seems to be something attached to the wall that looks like it's in the form of an X that has a manacle on both ends of the X, on all 4 ends of the X's. And there
I have
is
that.
there is the red
Wait, what?
closet. There is the red closet that the concierge has told you might not want to open, but you're not disallowed from doing it.
Are we settled in already? Or
Yeah.
we just checked in, we're gonna leave?
Halvic is just gonna jump to the bed. Finally, stop that!
The bed feels like it's
Okay.
made. The bed you have chosen feels like it's made of water.
Oh, so
I will go to the single bed, thank you. I'll go to the single
Your
bed.
single bed feels
They're
like it's a
fortunate.
marshmallow where you just sink.
I just choose a random remaining bed, I suppose.
One of the other beds that you lie in is the bigger bed because Scarlet took the only solo bed. One of the bigger beds here, bouncy. There's a loud background in your background,
Huh.
but it's bouncy, like springy,
Okay.
unnaturally
You
springy.
know what?
I let my son there.
He goes
You know
in.
what?
Yes, Rolf.
honk, honk,
I
the destroyer.
slowly approach the red closet.
Okay.
I made
slowly.
Chandit open it while he's approaching it.
Rolf is
Yeah.
approaching carefully.
I'm
Godiva,
just watching.
someone's a spectral hand.
I take a little peek inside.
When
What's it?
Godiva's hand opens and you look
No, I
inside.
don't get to peek. I basically open it already.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Godiva's opened it with her spectral hand. Just
He did a pro gamer
inside
move.
it,
Okay.
for some reason there's a lot of lever in there, and there's something that resembles a whip, but it's shorter and has more flanged heads of whips.
Oh, those.
And
Oh.
there seems to be a red ball with a lever strap attached to it.
Oh my god,
There's some
cat tails
feathers.
and a red ball.
There's some feathers.
Yeah.
There's some feathers, some chains, but except the chains seem to be ornate and kind of covered in some sort of fur. There are various wooden wands, like actual magic wands, but you're not entirely sure what they're meant for. But they are magic wands.
Wand of smiles.
Some form of magic.
More ways than one.
There's some hempen rope that looks like it's been pre-tied, and there looks like there's this weird kind of suit made of leather straps that kind of outline the body in weird ways.
Oh.
There's a lot of leather in here.
Yeah.
Oh, and what looks like to the people who are not aware of this sort of thing, what looks like a leather bathing suit for a woman.
Whack. It's whack.
And
Mhm.
and some really high heels.
Actually thinking another business now while looking at those type of things. The entrepreneur in you.
Are we really?
Oh.
You know when I said I was gonna make like leather maker's tools, like I was going to buy some? This was yes, I'm starting to rethink that idea.
So Rolf is gonna go handle the shopping list now. He'll be back in a few.
Okay.
Just leave a sock on the doorknob in case.
For the love of
Yeah.
What do you guys
There's
want?
4 of us.
What do you guys want to do?
Okay. I do have a
Rolf.
list. If Rolf.
I'm gonna toss him maybe 10 gold pieces and say, mind buying me leather maker's tools? On the way.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
sure.
you just got inspired of seeing those type of things. Huh.
No, I was gonna make them with the
I
meals that
think you could
killed.
actually use them though,
Wait, that I
don't
can-
worry. It's part of the charges.
I'm not going to use the what? No. I'm starting to rethink this. Maybe I should really sleep in the forest. I am done with all of you.
Okay, so
I'm going to face the wall after that.
leather maker's tools, got it, plus 10 gold.
No, you can remove it. Let's just give it to Scarlet immediately.
Mhm.
You're just buying for her.
Okay.
Yep.
Rolf's gonna go shopping for his stuff. What do you guys want to do?
For us, for me and Scarlet, and if Godiva wants to go, we're gonna visit or try to at least contact Archmage Reginald,
Yep.
and after that, go to Head Priestess
Head
Elaine.
Priestess Elaine.
Archmage Reginald
Okay,
would
I'll
be
go with you
inside
guys.
the royal ward, the third wall.
Okay, but we do have a letter.
Why not
Mhm.
just go to Arch?
Yeah,
You have-
I think that should be a priority. Like, I do not want to stay with that thing for long.
You have a letter that is
Okay.
for him to acknowledge you. That letter is not paperwork to be allowed inside the royal ward.
Oh.
Oh.
How about,
What about
the
the Head
church?
Priestess?
Yeah, Head
The
Priestess
church,
first, I
the
think.
church is in the outer ward. That's easier.
Oh, we can visit Head Priestess.
We'll be there.
Okay.
Godiva, you're going with us? Or do you have any other plans?
Yeah, I'll just. No,
You
I
wanna
just want to go
stalk
around with you guys for a while.
Am I correct
I
in
do
assuming?
not want to get stabbed in public.
Excuse me, what?
Am I correct in
No.
assuming that Rolf is going to buy gun parts for what he
Mhm.
wants Halvic? Okay.
But before that, I'm going to go look for an old friend whom I made a business deal with, who said they're going here.
Okay.
Somebody who makes clothes.
Make an investigation check because this is a big
Yes.
city.
Yeah, this is a
It
pretty
is.
big city. Okay. Investigation. That is a 8 plus investigation 5, 13.
You roam around the city for a bit. You're not sure where he might be, but you do see some of his clothes or some of the things that you recognize from his clothes being worn by people. So he's probably around here somewhere. If you want to spend a little longer to look, you'll eventually find him, but you're going to be spending
Yeah,
a lot
sure.
of time.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go look for him before I buy the gun. Yeah, that's what I mean.
While Rolf is going to find him, the three of you head over to... Okay, the three of you head over to the local godless shrine of the town. A godless shrine being a temple that has no specific deity attached to it, where therefore anyone can go in and pray to whatever deity they believe in. The shrine is open to everyone, 24/7, and going inside, you find various priestesses, various clerics, performing healing services, performing rituals and whatever people might need, and some of them leaving with the patrons of the shrine to possibly put wards in their homes or keep them safe or perform exorcism. You do not know what the head priestess looks like. However, there's a woman that looks like what you would imagine a head priestess would look like. Large flowing gold and white robes, long blonde hair that extends all the way past her waist, a large golden staff with a symbol of a deity right on the top of it, and a floating gem in the center of that symbol. She's also blind. There's a huge metal kind of blindfold around her, but she seems to be walking without any problem. The priest, what you would imagine is the head priestess, is there, kind of facing the altar, just standing there, possibly praying. You're not entirely sure. The clerics that you pass by as you enter the shrine just greet you hello. The shrine itself looking like a large Gothic cathedral. You
We
want
should
to?
probably inquire on who the high priestess is. I mean, rather than bother people while they're praying. Maybe those nice people we just passed by.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Maybe we can ask her, pointing to the blind woman. First.
She's praying right now.
Oh, is she?
I think. We're not really sure.
She's standing in front of the altar with her
mean-
back turned to you. You don't know what she's doing.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
I
maybe
mean, we
can
could
just
ask that
wait.
person who passed by. I mean, the one who said hi. Are they still saying hi?
Just the clerics that are passing by kind of give you a wave and welcoming you in. They're not really saying much.
Yeah, ask.
Okay. Hey, hey, come here. No, just kidding. Just walk
Yes.
to them.
Yes.
Hello. We're new here in this place. I just wanted to ask who that person may be. Pointing at, politely directing my hand at blind lady who may or may not be praying.
That's the head priestess of the shrine.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Is she not quite familiar with their rituals and things? Is she praying right now? Or is it fine to approach her? What do you think?
She's always in some form of prayer in one way or another, but she is very friendly to those who would approach. Just approach with respect.
Okay. Alright.
She smiles and nods at you, and then she moves on to her business.
Alright. Okay, so although it wasn't really hard to spot, I guess that really is her. We could approach her nicely. Whatever that means.
Yeah, with respect.
With respect. Looks at
Yeah,
her
we approach with
respectfully.
respect.
Okay, that's what we do. We approach with respect. I move to the back. I don't want to be the
I'm-
first one to move with
I'm very
respect.
curious if the woman who's been kind of simping over Sin knows what
Mhm.
respect is and boundaries.
Yep.
Let's say you do.
Uh,
Let's say that you do.
you are-
That's why I'm moving to the back. I'm moving to the
Okay.
back, watching how these two.
Okay, so how do you guys approach her?
I'm just gonna approach
Yeah.
beside her. I'm gonna ask, milady, are you the head priestess of this temple?
There is a 2-second pause of silence until she looks at you. Despite being blind, you can feel that she is actually looking at you when she turns her head. That I am. What can I do for you?
Oh, yes, we have been in the town. We've met a cleric named Mylaela, and we have a very dangerous artifact that you may know something about.
Where is this artifact?
I'm gonna show it. It's wrapped in cloths at my back, so I'm going to take it out.
Still looking at
Here
Halvic.
it is.
She does, when you say that, she extends her hand towards you, as if she can see you. But she's still technically looking at Halvic.
I'll give it to her. But can I do a roll to see if actually I don't think I would be able to know, so it's fine.
And would I know inside her reaction when I say the name of Mylaela? If she is
Make
familiar?
an insight check. Well, actually, make a perception check to even see a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. That's 7 plus insight. Oh, yeah, 8, 7.
Blank face, completely poker face since you approached her. He takes the box. Thank you.
Yeah.
She puts it on the altar, and you can see that there is this sort of bluish aura that surrounds the box. And it disappears. He opens the box. There is, of course, the same kind of evil presence that you felt before as it tries to grab onto her. He puts her staff on the ground. The light
I'm
kind of
sorry.
banishes the darkness back into the box and contains it in there. Without touching it, she puts her hand over it, and the object starts to float. This is quite a problem you have managed to come across. You've done well bringing it here. Closes the box. I will take care of it.
Thank you very much.
You can see
Thank
that she
you.
puts her staff on the altar again, and the altar begins to put these spectral chains around it.
Would you happen to know the cleric Mylaela that we were talking about earlier?
I did once, I believe. Some time ago.
Yeah. Is it okay if we have her talk to you through the mirror that we have in our carriage?
Is there any
About the
particular
staff?
reason?
Yeah, about information about the staff that she knows. Maybe it would help.
Very well.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask Scarlet for help to bring the mirror.
I'll
She-
bring it here.
She brings you into the back office. Away
I'm
from
just
the
gonna
crowd.
sing the mirror on my back.
You can see that Mylaela's image kneels as she sees it. As she sees the High Priestess. They start to talk about a little bit about her situation and how this has befallen her. And possible ways of getting her out. Although even the High Priestess doesn't seem to be aware of a way to do so. They begin to talk about the staff and its abilities and what it does and what it can do. The staff itself, its abilities are not fully understood yet. One of the things it is usable for is a conduit for physical transformation. There used to be a cult about 100 years ago that revolved around the use of the staff. The cult would use the magic emanating from the staff in order to transform themselves into what they would consider a perfect kind of form, to eliminate the flaws of their humanity. That obviously you have seen the effects of up close and personal, as the description very much matches these what Scarlet tends to call demonic contortionists. Other than that, much about the staff is yet to be known, other than the fact that they both agree Gustavo is going to come for it. And destroying it is not entirely an option, at least not within any place that has any form of life. The destruction of the staff is essentially detonating a large-scale nuclear bomb. Therefore, the High Priestess's proposed solution is to dump this staff into the Astral Sea and then detonate it. Someone, of course, is going to have to go there and actually do the detonating.
Mage Hand or Unseen Servant gonna do it?
You have to use magic to do it, and Mage Hand cannot cast a spell. You cannot cast a spell through your Mage Hand.
Mage Hand with a familiar? Escorting it? I don't know, I'm just...
But for now, the High Priestess has decided to lock it away and seal it so that Gustavo cannot sense its presence. However, she wagers that because you have been traveling with it, it has probably been tracked and it would not be hard for him to find. Although they are also confident that Gustavo would not be stupid enough to attack an entire city. So, for now, the staff is safe.
And we are safe, I think. For now.
Somebody just jinxed it. Somebody
No. We did not. I'm like knocking on whatever wood is available near this place.
I'm just looking at you two. I mean, at least for now, when we are in the city, we're safe, I think.
Your relative's safety is entirely dependent on how angry you have made him and his associate.
I mean, we've been good people to him.
That's very debatable. He's been up our ass since on the way here. So
we're angry at him. He's not.
No,
that's on him.
Mean, he did say some bad things to his sister.
He deserved them.
Well, I don't disagree.
Yeah, you're right.
Be that as it may, you may be in for a problem. Although Gustavo is a smart man, he will not simply outright attack in the middle of a city. He will be maneuvering strings from behind the scenes.
That's worse.
Not reassuring.
It's not very...
But thank you.
But it is the truth.
For that.
I will take the staff and hopefully his ire will be drawn to me instead. He cannot touch me in this temple. Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking it out of our hands.
Would you happen to know how we can get in touch to Archmage Reginald?
That is a rather tall order you are asking for. Archmage Reginald is the right hand of one of the Triumvirate. You would have to find a way to get into the inner ward, and then you would have to find a way to get through the royal ward, and that is not something that is easily done.
But it can be done legally, right?
Oh, very much so. Through favors.
Paperworks.
If you want to circumvent the bureaucracy, you will have to rub elbows with the right people. Perhaps a few nobles that may require assistance.
But this Archmage, do you think he's capable of breaking curses?
Godiva, your background. Thank you. There's quite a number of curses he's able to break. It would depend on the nature of the curse. Child, curse is a very general term. The gods can still curse us from their divine plane. That's something no mortal can break. You will have to be more specific about the nature of this curse and, well, where it comes from, what it powers, where it... The more information you provide him, the more he can do.
Understood. Well, not much is known about this, but I suppose a bit of research would help.
She nods.
Thank you very much, Head Priestess.
Well, if that is all, there are a few things I must be getting onto if I am to protect this item. Deepest sigh you've ever heard as she looks at the box and ponders what to do with it.
When I heard that,
That is
Head
such a mood.
Priestess, if you would need our help, just tell us. We are staying at the Bent Steel Tavern.
Thank you.
Inn.
But you have done enough by bringing it here. I should be able to take over from here.
You're welcome, Head Priestess.
So, you guys are free to leave. As you
Hey,
do,
it's up.
God, research.
Finally.
as you do, you find Rolf, who has just found his dwarven friend in a much nicer cart than he used to have.
It's what he deserves.
Rolf, how do you approach
His name
him?
again? It's
Just
Sandrill, right?
walk
Yeah.
casually and then wave my hand.
He-
Hey,
He waves back and
remember
then
Rolf?
tells you to come over, come closer.
Someone's happy.
Hey, business looks good.
My good friend with the lever and the... Yes. Business is moving and people have come by with your flyers. It has definitely helped. Therefore,
Ooh.
I know what you're here for. Puts down a small chest. 450 gold pieces. Your share.
Ooh. Nice.
You've
So I take it business went very well.
Business went so well, and he points to his cart, which he opens a window for you, is completely empty. And I actually need to resupply.
Ooh.
In any case,
I-
will be staying here for quite a few weeks. If you come find me again in about, let's call it 3 weeks, I might have a little more for you. Not as much, of course. I still have to resupply myself, make more stuff, but you get the idea.
This is nice. Well, best of luck to you. And I think a few associates of mine would like to, a few associates of Rolf would like to talk to you when the time comes.
You
Let's
see them
just say
coming out of the
they're
shrine.
Not those associates, I mean, those of the wrestling variety.
Hey, hey. The very...
We're not associates, we're friends.
The very what now?
Yeah. Long story short, a raven might be coming your way or something. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, sure. He just kind of looks and then just, hey, do you mean this? And then he shows, you guys arrive as he shows Rolf basically a picture of a luchador's mask, and then there's a drawing of a luchador's mask and then a whole lot of writing says. And Rolf just says yes, and after a few pleasantries are exchanged, the four of you are back together. The merchant just kind of waves at you. You can now see his completely empty cart that he's just sold everything that he had. And Rolf kind of pockets this gigantic chest of gold as he leaves.
The tables really have turned for their rat friend, huh?
Yeah.
God bless. God bless.
Christina's
He
just
has
kind
so
of...
much potential to be
Christina's-
staying in the garbage can for a few years.
Christina's hands are on
How
your
did he
shoulder
get that
I believed
point?
in my boy.
with her head peeking out. Says, if I recall correctly, you were the one with money the last when you picked me up. And then she looks at Rolf.
That is true.
What happened?
The turns. Oh, the turntables. I still regret none of that, and that's fine.
Sits on your...
She just
kind of leaps and sits on your shoulder. So, four of you gathered, and Rolf, having bought his supplies, if you accompany Rolf to buy supplies, where would the four of you go now?
Oh, first I would like to go to the magic shop, check some items, if it's okay.
Here's the thing, you're technically in Castermaine. There's over a dozen magic shops.
you might want to
the
be
one with
specific.
the one with the items that I told you earlier, maybe.
Make an
I mean,
investigation check.
common magic items. Okay. 22.
Okay. Moving around, moving from shop to shop. It doesn't actually. No shop will actually label itself common magic stuff. Every shop tries to make itself look like it's an important deal.
The mundane magic store.
But Rolf, you have bought your supplies and are traveling looking for magic stuff with Halvic.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Moving around, you find Madame Louise's Oddities and Trinkets. A very kind of back alley magic shop that is known for both its creepy gothic kind of rotting wood and stone aesthetic. The shop looks more like a miniaturized Addams Family house confined within a steel kind of railing and a rotten field in front of it. However, she is a magic shop, and it is one of the ones that is on your list as you've gathered from getting information from the locals. She deals in very strange things, very odd things, and very simple things. It's a variety shop. When you enter this place, the door has a skull knocker that just says, "Hello," and opens the door for you before you can knock.
Oh.
That's a polite door knocker.
Enter. Try very hard to leave. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well trained too.
Sort of.
Excuse me.
And funny.
I'm kidding. Sort of. Yeah,
That's
just
your
enter.
joke.
You'll
Okay,
be
can we insight check that? Can we-
Yeah, I would like to
fine.
check
If
as
you
well.
want to.
I am very worried about magical things and creatures. Thank you very much.
Yeah, is he something
Oh
like
God,
the
okay.
melted ones?
Magic is a red flag in itself for me. That is a 12.
I have an 11. Plus 2, so 13.
Same Z's roll.
It's about as honest as a door knocker can get.
Okay. That's on us.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Alright, I suppose. I
On-
mean, he just wants us to stay and buy stuff. I hope. Crosses fingers.
upon entering this store, you are greeted to a portrait on the side of this stern but beautiful looking red-headed woman, human, and her 2 twin daughters. Just looks like a family
They creepy
portrait.
looking?
They, you know the movie poster of A Tale of Two Sisters, like that, but no murder,
yeah.
but the same kind of facial
Yeah.
expression.
So 2000 ago.
Yeah.
It was a great film. One of my favorites.
It was, but as you enter, without even trying to hide it, without even trying to make any effort to conceal it. When you enter, you are hit with scopophagia almost immediately, as the eyes in the painting are literally following you. And it's not a trick of the eye, it's not a trick of the light. They are literally moving and following you. But
No.
you enter forward.
Halvic, why?
There are suits of armors that are encased in this sort of reinforced glass casing. And eventually you come down the hallway to a beaded curtain. Through the beaded curtain, you can already smell the scent of incense burning. It's not abrasive to the nose. In fact, it actually smells very scented and sweet. You can also feel the warmth of the place. The outside is rather cold for this time of year, but inside there's a nice subtle warmth that kind of feels really good to be in, like being around a very powerful campfire, attuned to just the right amount of heat. As you move across, this place is full of jars with weird, there's something that's labeled as spider glands, frog's eyes, owlbear claws. They're all in jars that have these strange green liquid. Then there's another section that has a bunch of scrolls on them, a section with a weird looking books and tomes. There are some items there that look a little odd, some handkerchiefs. They look like plain household items, things that you might have, handkerchiefs, loose pieces of cloth, a hat, a cane, what looks to be some kind of glass eye of some sort. Just It's a literal glass eye, kind of very realistic though. As you look a little closer, the eye actually moves. As you peruse around, there's a woman that approaches. Beautiful, red-headed. Not the same red-headed woman that was in the portrait, but kind of similar. Maybe it's one of the daughters that grew up. But she approaches you, wears just a beautiful kind of black gown. Like a formal gown with a corset, all black. There's no color. And her skin is as pale as can be. Lipstick is darker than any shade of black you have ever seen. The eyes are grayed out. But not
Chef's kiss, moi.
She looks the eyes are sort of gray, but not the kind of gray that you associate with blind people. Like a deeper gray, near black. She approaches, her hair is tied into like pigtails. As she approaches you, she has a very stern, blank, empty expression. And for a few seconds, there's an awkward silence where no one wants to speak. Until she flashes the brightest smile you have ever seen and says, "Welcome to Madame Louise's Oddities and Curiosities and Trinkets. What can I do for you?"
Oh, we just
Did not expect that sunshine to come out, but I like that.
It's good to be nice to customers. Can I do anything for you? She curtsies.
I'll try to mimic like an awkward curtsy.
Halvic too.
She goes up to you, Scarlet, when you're trying, and she starts moving your arms to the proper position. Here you go. Here. That's how you do it. There you go.
A tall lady.
Thank you.
Barbarian can do
That
that.
will come in useful at some point.
I thought you might just want to know if you're trying anyway. So, you guys looking for anything?
Yeah.
A+ service. Halvic?
I'm just gonna pull her aside. And whisper, I was about to buy some gifts for my friends here.
What the fuck?
And I know that there's a certain pot that you can plant, and afterwards the plant, you can talk to the plant afterwards. You have something like that?
She's really thinking to herself while she's smiling. And then she looks. I think we do.
Oh. Yeah.
Lena, get over here. Come on, sister. There's
I
another
lean
girl.
towards Scarlet, and then I'm like, is he trying to discreetly buy drugs or something?
I mean, if he's good. You know what? I think he's been around Rolf for way too long.
Whoa there! Don't find this on Rolf!
Wait, you're not
Rolf,
hearing
you're
this. We're
very-
whispering to each other.
Yeah, we're
While-
whispering. This is like girl talk.
While you guys are talking, you hear the girl call out for a woman named Lena. And someone approaches. Exactly the same as her. The exact twin, except replace all the black with white, including the lipstick. The brightest shade of white.
What's the name of the other twin? She mentioned
never asked.
herself.
She
I
just
thought
said
she mentioned it in her intro.
she's just said welcome to Madame Louise's Oddities and Trinkets, which
I
is the name
thought
of the
that was
store.
her. Okay.
She's calling for Lena. Exactly the same as her, except she's on all white. She says, "What do you want now?" And she is the gloomiest person you have ever seen. Despite having more life in her skin and body and
The
appearance.
white is the emo one.
Yes. But when she approaches, "Come on, dear sister, when I tell you, put a smile on for the customers," and then she forces a smile on her. She whispers, "Yeah, we got it. Excellent. Please associate yourself with the friendly gnome friend." My sister will help you.
Halvic looks just like that. Okay. Okay.
You'll be fine. She doesn't bite. He's just a sourpuss. So,
Sourpuss, okay.
she hands you the item. It will cost you 30 gold.
Oh, okay, sis. And I still have 2 items that I would like to buy. There's this. Read a certain pan card. My dad would have had that, where whenever you drink ale from it, you don't get drunk.
Do you want it in the form of a mug or a flask?
Flask would be nice.
Wood or silver?
Wood.
She goes off to move some stuff in the shelf and pulls out a wooden flask with certain magic runes on it. She hands it to you. That's an additional 15 gold pieces.
Sure. And the last one is that I do have a friend that always tried to tell us that she's feminine and stuff, but she really has some big thighs and fat ass. Something to help her, maybe a perfume or something.
We don't...
Perfume that charmed people, or maybe make her more charming?
Ah, okay. That makes more sense. No, you do not.
I am looking around at this point, like I'm not hearing any of this. I'm just looking around the store.
Takes a black bottle. A black glass bottle. This will have 20 uses. And it will cost you another 30 gold pieces.
So that's 75 all in all?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Rolf, you're kind of vertical, but as you're being helped by Lena, the other girl, perky and smiley as she is in her weirdly black outfit and completely pale skin, just looks at you and says, "What can I do for all of you? Do you need anything else?"
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Yes, I was actually looking for a book about fire genasies, genes, or curses, or anything of the sort. I am not a researcher.
I'm sorry. Most of our books here are spell books, summoning books, and ritual books, but
You happen to know how to summon a genie?
we have a genie.
Specific one? Wait, you have a genie?
Well, he's in a bottle, so
It's a he. I don't think he'd be. Yep. Nope. I'm looking for a woman. Woman looks
got that
like
too.
this. Probably look more. Oh. Ifriti?
you kind of think so. Is that the fire one or the water one?
Yeah, it is. It is the fire one. Yeah.
Then yes. Wait, you wanted a fire woman. She starts looking around. She opens a cabinet that was previously locked. You can see a whole bunch of bottles in there. Yeah, we have one.
How many genies are you keeping? I don't know.
Oh,
Want to know?
They're not all genies. We actually only have 2 genies. The rest of them are demons, spirits, wraiths, revenants, angry souls. There's a lot of things that we do.
I can see that. How much is the pointing at their 3D bottle?
7,000 gold pieces. The spell
That is
required
quite
to lock it, plus actually finding one, you understand.
Yeah, it's fairly understandable. I'll keep that in mind.
Don't worry, no one really comes here looking for a genie in the bottle. So, I don't mind keeping it for you if you want to come back at some point to buy it. I could probably hold it for you for, I don't know, a couple of months. Maybe free. No one really buys it.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, I never really caught your name. I'm sorry. I know your sister's name, but not yours.
Oh, I'm Luna. And that's my sister Lena.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Scarlet. I'll extend my hand.
She grabs it with both hands and just... Great to meet you.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm excitable.
I can tell. It's fine. It's kind of cute. What? I'm not exactly familiar with all of this magic stuff, so is there anything that can, What was that eye? I'm looking at the eye that's, like, following us around.
The eye in a
It's
jar
been
or the glass eye?
freaking me out. That would be the eye in the jar, please.
The glass eye is the one that's still alive. by the way. The one that's still moving. The eye in the jar looks like
Oh,
it's some
then
sort of ingredient.
Then I'll go with the glass eye.
Ooh. Well, it's sort of a. She's got. You know that look on a person's face when they're trying to think of a way to say it in a way that won't scare people off.
You don't have to worry about it. I've seen a lot of weird shit. I can take it.
Alright, then. You're supposed to rip out your eye, replace it with that, and you'll be able to see in the dark perfectly.
That is unexpectedly gruesome, but
It's
how far
modeled.
does it see through?
It's modeled after the Eye of Vecna, but less possessy. Last I checked, you can see about 120 feet as broad as daylight when there's no light around.
Right. That's actually pretty impressive. How much is it? I'm gonna pick it up and look at it.
It's gonna cost you 2,500 gold pieces. That also covers the cost of extraction and implantation. If you don't want to
What
do it yourself.
color is the eye?
Right now it's made of glass, but she does look at you and says, "Oh, don't worry about the color. It'll match you when you put it in."
Curious thing you have here. I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
down
that one was
gently.
kind of hard to make.
So that's a glass eye, and then I'm gonna be looking for a gene.
A lot of people
Do you
kind of
have
lost their
information
eyes.
about? Do you have it?
A lot of people kind of lost their eyes while we were trying to make that one. So.
I'm sorry. What? Right.
Can I help you with anything
There's
else?
any? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna look through to see if there's anything that resembles fire because Scarlet is slowly being obsessed with the aesthetic.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is a living flame that's just kind of floating.
Star.
This looks like
And that is?
it just looks like a floating blue fire on top of a golden plate that's about the size of your hand, like the size of your palm.
I'll approach it and I lightly tap it. Is it in glass?
It burns. Well, you're resistant, so you don't feel it, but it is definitely fire. Hotter than normal.
What is this?
That's a living flame.
And that means...
Ignis? There's a face on the fire. It's just kind of hollowed out flames. It looks like it's been hollowed out to make eyes in the mouth. Yes. Ignis meet Scarlet. Scarlet meet Ignis. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. What is this? Oh, sorry, Ignis, but you said living flame. Is it actually alive?
It's imagine a little 1 foot tall humanoid shape made entirely out of fire.
Cute! Oh my god.
Yeah, he does have to keep, asleep on the golden plate. It kind of repowers him if anything bad ever happens to him. You just have to kind of put a little bit of fire in the plate and it'll reconstitute him eventually. But yeah, it's a living little piece of fire. He can burn things. Ignis, please don't step
Yeah,
on the
I can do
wooden floor.
Same thing, but that is so
I
cute.
apologize.
Oh my god. How much is
Goes back to
Ignis?
this floating fire. Oh, he's about 3,000 gold pieces.
Castermaine, I am going to rob you of gold.
Godiva, what you've missed is that Scarlet has just found a living fireball that can turn into a humanoid
That is
shape,
so
and it costs
cute.
3,000 gold.
Oh yeah, how
Do
much
you
did I
guys
lose
remember
by
that
the...
Eastern show with the fire called Calcifer? Please, somebody get this one.
It's 3,000 gold pieces.
I am planning on getting it.
Um,
I want that.
sorry.
In poor.
Rolf, you want to ask something?
How much gold did I lose again?
For buying the stuff? That is, how many attempts do you want to buy Halvic? It's 400 per attempt.
Ooh.
Actually, no. It's 400
Yeah,
per attempt, but you only need to spend another 300 for succeeding attempts because some of the materials do not get destroyed.
Three attempts. So that's 400, 300, 300.
1,000 gold.
Okay, 1,000 gold. Yeah.
Luna, by the way, is the one the black dress. Lena's the one the white dress. That's the emo.
Oh, wait, how much did I get from 450, right?
Yes.
450.
Luna looks at you guys and says, "I'm sorry, if things are a little expensive. You know, magic's kind of expensive. But we're happy to hold things for you if you want to come back.
It.
Besides,
Hold the fire.
a lot of the things you guys are looking at are the kind of things that people don't necessarily want to buy anyway. Sorry, Ignis. Just sorry, Ignis. Like, I take no offense." He just turns back into a floating blue flame.
Please keep this one. I would like to have it as soon as possible. I'm going to bust my ass off working for this.
No
and
problem.
the gene. Also, that's probably going to take a while, but
No problem. What about you?
thanks.
Looks at Godiva. Can I interest you in anything?
Did I see anything, something that my stupid shiny brain, crow brain would like? Or anything weird?
There's a number of gems, so that would attract your attention as a crow. But if you're looking for something more unique, Scarlet already saw
did I
this
get
earlier.
disconnected again? This kind of sucks.
Scarlet
It's 9:22.
Scarlet saw this earlier, but there is a glass eye that you have to rip out your own eye and put it in, and you can see 120 feet in
To
darkness.
reconnect.
Oh, he's gone. Anyway, Scarlet, are you done shopping?
I believe I am. I'm going
Window
to
shopping.
window shopping because I am also flat as broke. I'm just going to stay by the door and watch everyone. Also, I'm gonna stay near Ignis and just like trying to touch him.
Rolf, do you want to buy anything from the magic shop?
Is there anything unique or would
Fine.
they have here?
There is a strange bag, like a small pouch bag that seems to be full of some sort of dust, and the label is just dust of forgetting.
What is the duration of the forgetting?
She will look at you and just say, "Oh, that kind of tricky because you need to get someone. You need to kind of right in the face. You need to inhale a bit of it. The bag is good for 10 uses, and well, it kind of makes a person forget everything that happened in the last 1 minute for every 1 use. Well, sorry, no, 1 hour for every 1 use."
Okay. This could be useful. And the duration?
Oh, that memory's gone.
Oh, how much is it?
Well, unless someone, dispels it with a very high spell. Just kind of looks at it. Oh, that's about 300 gold pieces.
I have 300. Yeah, sure, this could be useful.
If someone dispels it, then that's it. She also tells you, oh, we're also amenable to replacing that memory within about 1 minute. You have to say something, replace it with about 1 minute of throwing the dust in, and they'll tend to believe you. Again, if someone tries to dispel it, then that's over. But, if you can put in a convincing memory that they won't question, then there's no reason to dispel it.
Okay, got it.
Dust of Forgetfulness. 10 uses.
Dust of Forgetfulness.
Wisdom save DC 17.
Well, difficulty rating of 17? That's pretty good.
Yeah, for a wisdom save. On this level, it is. Remember that you only have 1 minute if you want to replace the memory, and it can be dispelled, but it does not have a time limit. So,
okay, got it.
Gathering your things around the magic shop. You pay up, you give your money. Scarlet, you say goodbye to some curious items that you've just found. and would
Say goodbye to Ignis.
likely at some point want to get your hands on for one reason or another.
Because it's cute.
So, exiting the shop. What do you guys want to do? Because I'm fairly certain Godiva cannot afford what she wants to buy.
I'm just going to drop on something. You guys go ahead.
You're gonna what?
Yeah. Drop
I'll
off
go to a
something.
bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go to the post office.
Alright. Rolf?
I go back to the motel. Inn.
What's that? Or the room.
Going back to the room. Going back to the
Okay.
room.
Godiva, for your reference, I'm assuming you can hear me.
Yeah.
In the magic store, the thing that you were looking at costs
Okay.
2,500 gold pieces. It is a dagger that is.
Cries in poor.
It's a
Okay.
dagger that's blade is made of a ruby.
Oh, that is. Okay, any story behind it?
It does not have an edge. Obviously, it cannot cut, but it is a stabbing. It can stab.
It's a
but
stabbing implement.
The ruby dagger is capable. Sorry, your background's a little loud. The ruby dagger is capable of opening short distance portals from one place to another. Basically, you can use your action to slice open a portal. It's sort of like the portal gun from Portal, but it only has a range of 60 feet. You can use your action to open it and then end up somewhere else, so within 60 feet of you. You can also drag someone along with you. As long as they're within 5 feet of you, you can drag them through. It does not have limited uses, but it does take your action to do so. And it does cost 2,500 gold. Okay.
I am gonna come back for that one. I really am gonna come back for that one.
Alright. So, all of you gather around and start leaving. Rolf returns to the inn.
I feel so
Scarlet.
poor after that visit.
Before I go, I am going to take out a letter and I'm gonna hand it to Halvic and give him 5 gold and say, send that to me, you know where to.
Okay. Halvic's going to
Thanks.
Halvic's going to the post office. Scarlet is going to the bookstore. Rolf is going back to the inn. Godiva, where do you want to go?
Is there like a library? Like a free public library?
That's where Scarlet's heading.
Okay, yes. You said bookstore, but
Oh yeah,
yes,
bookstore
I
and
wanna go
library.
there.
Okay.
Alright, yes.
So, we start with the two of you. As you enter the large library in the outer ward. It
Yes.
is 3 stories, a circular building almost resembling the Colosseum type of style of building. When you enter, the books are arranged in rows that form circles that have columns in between that you can go through. The concierge is at the very center of it. So if you want to go to him, you can. If you want to look around for yourself, you can also. How would you
What
like to
exactly
search?
are you looking for?
Sorry. It's so freaking loud. I'd like to actually go around.
Go ahead, I'll go ask the concierge.
Godiva, make an investigation check. Scarlet,
Okay, because it's more fun being lost around these places.
That is very
Scarlet,
true.
the concierge is a goblin who's just kind of writing in a very well-dressed goblin. Hey, what can I do for you?
Hey,
Something.
I'm just going to lean on the table a bit and say, I was wondering if you have anything about Ifrites and curses.
There's kind of 2 separate topics there.
Yeah, I was looking for both.
Elementals on that side. That row over there, 27. Curses on that
Mhm.
side, row 5.
Gotcha. Thanks.
No problem. Keeps writing.
I'll go to the elementals first.
You need to make an investigation check now. Godiva, what did you roll?
Thank you.
I got an 18.
18. Okay.
For the love of God.
You're not looking for anything specific? Or are you?
I am looking for, I'm looking for some specific 2 things, but, the same thing, trying to look for anything related to mushroom hunting because I found new stuff. But the main thing I'm gonna look for are on 80s, celestials, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Maybe I could learn more.
The Deities book. Oh! The Deities book is closer to the entrance, so you are able to find it faster. There's a book on deities, celestials, and various other things. There are multiple resources on it. If you're willing to spend the rest of your day here, the book will outline for you the different deities, the different pantheons, the approved list of gods in this realm. There are also books on what you might be looking for, which is celestial bargains or celestial contracts. Specifically, where celestials have been known to occasionally gift mortals with certain abilities and magic because of either belief in the mortal, the word of their god. The reasons vary from place to place, but generally speaking, the gifts are provided in the expectation that the mortal will be using them for a relevant purpose at some point that the god has foreseen. So essentially what you gather from the information is that your gifts are not going to come for free for long, and you might end up having to use them at some point in the service of whoever gave it to you. But you do get a deeper understanding of what you have. The nature of the celestial that you have seen before, unfortunately, is very generic. All celestials can be described that way, so there is no telling which deity had provided you these abilities. And
Nothing mentioned as well, like per region.
No.
Nothing can be scoped. Okay. Alright, that's fair.
Because the celestials and the gods send them without discrepancy of whether or not it's their follower, you cannot divide it by region. They just go to whoever they think would be useful enough or would be able to use it. So
To know I am of use, quote unquote.
you will be of use.
Oh, I'm not yet of use. Alright, cool.
To these guys, maybe. The rest of the thing that you find are mushroom books and the various kinds of mushrooms. Some of the mushrooms you have already heard of and already dealt with, seen before. The things that you have sometimes collected. The curious thing that you find is something called a death bloom. It is a blackened mushroom with a white stem that is a very potent poison when eaten. But at the same time, it can also revive the dead to a very limited extent. And by limited, I mean within 6 seconds of death. If you can manage, basically 1 round, if you can manage to feed it to them, it can revive, or it can stabilize them.
I'm sorry, what does it look like again? Like, what's
it's a
the black color? Which part's
It's a
the
black capped mushroom with a white stem. So the cap is all black.
Okay.
It is known to exhume a black smoke or aura around it, and it
Okay.
smells like rigor mortis.
Lovely. Alright, okay. Is there anywhere I know where I can find it?
It is a very rare and magically bred mushroom. The most common area is outside the gardens, outside of the northern wall of Castermaine. There's usually some of them there, but even there,
Okay.
it is also very rare. It's
Willing to
basically,
take my chances.
basically a hard find.
Okay. Wait, just a question though. Was I able to find anything related to the unidentified space shrooms?
You rolled an 18?
Yes.
Okay. You do find a little bit. It's described.
Okay. I'll write it down.
But what you find is that it is speculation. It is actually rarer than the death shroom, than the death blooms. It is. No one is sure because no one wants to test it, and no one has found it to test. was described to be able to transport you through space. No one knows how or how to harness it, but the theory is that it can be used to teleport. One use, obviously, per shroom. But you have to figure out for yourself how to actually do that.
One-way trip.
Yes. I believe she's disconnected. So, Scarlet, you were looking for the elemental section. What do you roll for investigation?
Roll the natural one. Been a while.
Go back to the...
You find books.
What are books? I'm eating jerky. Like I'm eating jerky streaks. Like
books.
this is a book. These are books.
You will not. If you want to keep pushing this, you will not have the time to look through curses.
Nah, I think curses are more important.
So make an investigation check for that as you give up on genies.
Okay, please. Okay, that's an 19. 19 for curses.
A 19. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You look around the books and the curses outlined. There's a common theme here. The curses that are well known, or the curses that are common, the curses that are common are generally given to you are generally dispellable because everyone knows how they work. What you gather from the information here is that a curse that no one has information on is generally not going to be documented anywhere. Because if people had information on it, it would be documented. So a curse that you can't figure out how to dispel is going to require someone of immense power to do so. Immense power and ability to understand the magic, the research, and of course a sample of the curse. Meaning whoever is cursed has to stay there and be researched. And he has to be able to do, by research I mean, he has to be able to study the effects of the curse and how it plays out. What you gather from that is your brother has to be here and he has to be able to witness what the curse does to him and you in order for him to gain even the faintest understanding of what is going on.
Shit.
Godiva.
I'm gonna beat that bitch of Reedy when I see her.
Godiva, the space room, no one knows how to do it, but if you process it properly, it will allow you to teleport. One use per shroom. But no one knows how to process it because no one has been able to experiment with it properly.
It's a literal space shroom.
Yes.
I thought it was a metaphor. Okay. That is so cool. I'm gonna
You don't know
one
if
day.
it's just 3P type of thing.
But
Yeah,
if you...
like you can travel in space.
Never know,
bro.
right?
But the problem with this is that if you experiment and you fail, you waste your only space.
You waste the
shroom.
shroom.
Yes.
That kind of sucks.
And it's really hard to
I might
find.
sell it for science someday, but for now I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Scarlet and Godiva, that's as much as you can find in the library at the moment. Halvic, post office.
Sorry. Okay, never mind.
No, sorry, what was it?
Gonna ask if Christina wanted anything. Like, did she read anything?
Yeah,
I usually just let her out in libraries.
yeah, she was in fact kind of using her mage hand. Your background, please. She was in fact using her mage hand to take a few books. A lot of them revolving around magic. Magic spells, magic summonings, and very specifically preventing magical summoning for some reason. He's just been reading about that consistently. Halvic.
I also have a question. Did we receive a letter anytime on the way here?
No.
Okay. Shit.
Halvic, post office. Letters sent.
Yes.
Are you going for an instant send?
Yeah, the 5 gold.
Okay.
For both of us.
That's 10 gold pieces.
Yeah.
You, the post office is just a few humans who take your letters and they start to burn it. Get sent, and he just tells you, you should receive a reply whenever they send back.
Yeah. My letter would have been something like telling my mother we're safe and I'm becoming stronger. So don't worry.
Okay.
And Scarlet's taking good care of me.
Okay. Scarlet has her own letters then. You get sent. Do you want to do anything else on your trip out?
Yeah, maybe. Where can I find the sword for Halvic?
Weaponsmiths. You can buy rapiers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
You want to buy some
So I
rapiers?
don't have to. Yeah, so I don't have to borrow from Rolf anymore. Every time Scar wants to decapitate my head.
I will say this again, you asked for it.
The rapier is... You can add it in your inventory. The rapier is 25 gold pieces. For a standard rapier from the regular blacksmith.
Yep, just the standard one.
Okay. Rolf, you headed back to the inn just to sleep? Or is there something you want to do? I'm almost afraid to ask.
No.
Is he alone? Did he want company?
Leave a
Did he
sock
ask?
in
Rolf
the
is alone,
door.
right? Rolf is alone, right?
Yes.
Yes, right. Hey, sweet. Rolf hasn't been this alone for a while. Let's see if the old boy still got it. Then takes the rope from the... Let Rolf see if he still has all those techniques all those years back. The things that rich people made Rolf do.
I'm sorry, you are going
I hope it's
to...
jump roping.
Tie myself up, yes.
I don't even know
We
what
are
to
coming back to
call
see
that.
this.
Like an intelligence check, I suppose?
I think that would be an acrobatics
Okay.
check.
No,
Okay,
if you're
DM,
tying
like-
yourself up, you have to be... Yeah, no, that I would say acrobatics because you have to be limber enough to be able to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see if Rolf can still do the triple diamond knot. All around the body, around the crotch, and through the chest. Rolf still got it. That is an 18 plus 6.
Wow, he does it a little too well,
Oh,
and we're a
Rolf.
little too concerned.
Rolf, you do it so well, but you can't necessarily figure out how to untie yourself anymore.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Wearing a bane.
Hey, I kind of feel like staying outside for a while. You guys want to have a walk at night?
You wear the pain ring, and it hurts like it hurts like a bitch.
It's like a
Every
bitch.
nerve
'Cause he is a
ending
bitch.
in your body begins to scream in agonizing pain. The three of
Yeah,
you, eventually, because Rolf's gonna be stuck like this, eventually, the three of you come back to your rooms, hearing Rolf screaming in
Wait, Rolf,
agonizing
Before
pain.
that,
Yes.
before that, is there any luck that housekeeping walks in on him? I mean, it's a long night.
Here's the thing:
We're walking around Castermaine.
housekeeping's gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Someone's screaming in their room.
He's gonna get out.
Someone is screaming in pain in their room, so we're gonna open that. They see Rolf tied up screaming in pain. They try
They're
to help,
used
and
to
I'm
it.
assuming Rolf is gonna say no. Unless Rolf asks for help.
No. No.
Okay,
I am attuning with my magical item is what I'm doing.
that is
Yes, this is
So-
attunement training.
Sweet.
true. So
This is
It's
attunement.
this.
the caretaker walks away,
We're not gonna keep shaming
closes
you.
the door.
Walks, just closes the door.
She disappears. She disappears like the Homer Simpson meme, just.
No.
And then the three of you come back to your room, hearing the screams of pain of Rolf like he's being murdered inside his hotel, not knowing what's going on.
Oh, we
Barging in
sprint.
immediately.
You
Not knowing, we're just
open
gonna
the
sprint.
door, and you see Rolf tied up in a shivery knot, screaming in pain, wearing his ring of pain.
He's your problem. I'm pushing Godiva
Didn't say
forward.
anything. I was like,
Yeah, it's your raccoon.
you know the thing that the disappointed mom look. I'm just gonna cross my arms and just snap my foot. Like,
Honk is just looking at Rolf.
you have
just,
anything to say for yourself?
For science. For
Ooh,
science.
Is there
Rolf still got it.
anything?
No way he can explain that.
That's all you say. Anything you'd like to say for yourself?
Rolf, at this point,
Yes,
you
Rolf
can remove the
still-
ring, but you still need
Yeah,
help.
Rolf still got it.
You still need help to untie yourself from the rope.
Okay, we just.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mage hand that shit. Like, don't want to touch. Just don't. I also sadly asked Christina to just help me untie this man because I don't know what's going on with him. Did I fail as a mother?
Yeah.
Christina just
Imagine
looks at you, and then Christina just looks at you, Godiva, and just, I don't even know what this is anymore. And he just kind of unties everything.
Sweetie, none of us do. None of us do.
Rolf?
We just.
Is this why you choose to sleep away from us every night?
That's why he disappears.
I mean, if it's your thing, I mean, there's really no judgment if you want to. I'm gonna go to bed. It has been a long night.
This was the only time again after a long while. Rolf just wanted to see if he still if he still got it. God
You know,
damn
we
it,
have so
Rolf
many
still got
follow-up
it.
questions for that. We have follow-up
Christina
questions
just
for that.
screams from the bag, "God, what?"
God, what? Exactly.
You look at it. Even the doll is
ask?
confused.
Can we
He should be the
ask?
intelligent one.
Are we allowed to ask, Rolf?
No more time. Time for frivolities is done. Now it's time for science.
Science.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. Before we do that, I'll just be giving a gift for everyone.
Oh,
Because we have, for new friends. Godiva, I have
thanks.
this magical pot.
Godiva,
Is it packaged or something? Doesn't like pretend this.
No, it's
can be.
Yeah.
In the bag. Godiva, you plant something in the pot. 30 days later, the plant will grow. The plant will break the pot, and the plant will be sentient.
You can actually talk.
A new family member.
Why
Yeah,
does that sound dangerous?
I don't
You can have a
know.
mushroom planted on it.
Yeah, I don't know if it works on mushroom. I hope it works on mushroom. Yeah, that would.
The pot is the magic. Yes.
The pot and
The
yeah.
clay on
Already
the
a
pot,
plant.
I think.
Okay, the clay. Okay.
Yeah.
Question.
Oh yeah, 10-pound clay.
Mushrooms are not plants. Can it work?
Mushrooms, unfortunately, are fungus. However,
Yes, they
yeah.
are.
um,
Okay.
because they technically grow in, they can technically be planted in and grow when they are put in dirt.
Mhm.
I would let
Yeah.
it happen
Yeah.
because you
You
can,
know what?
So
because you can technically put the
Okay.
mushroom in the dirt and just kind of
I-
plant it there. So
Okay, I put the space shroom in there. It turns sentient, right? I'm just gonna put it there.
30 days.
It knows about the
Yeah.
universe. Yes, I'm gonna put it there.
and you can ask questions to him afterwards.
Yeah,
So,
where are your
how mushrooms
friends?
do? Yeah, that's fine.
30 days. Godiva, I keep
You're asking him for his friends, and you're gonna
you
sell his
need
friends.
to
No, I'm
Sounds
not
like a
gonna
good
sell them
plan.
anymore.
Godiva, you need to keep
Yes,
track of that
yes.
thing for 30 days.
Okay.
You can only use it once.
Because
Oh,
it
so-
will break
Sure.
the plot. It will break the pot, and it will become sentient.
Okay,
Does
so
those things like need to be in damp spaces or something?
No, this is the magic is what preserves it to allow it to grow. It just has to be
magic, bitch.
protected.
Okay.
However, do bear in mind the pot is as
Okay.
fragile as any clay pot. So
My pots aren't that fragile unless you throw them around. So I suppose.
yeah, but what I mean is you fly a lot, and when the last time you flew, you crash landed 30 feet from the air. So.
Aww.
Okay, to be fair, to be absolutely fair, that was a disaster.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you that if that happens while you have the
Yeah,
pot in
yeah.
your bag,
It may break.
Okay, I'm gonna go on full mom mode again. I'm not gonna be
Alright.
flying for a while.
Halvic,
Thanks,
your
thanks.
turn.
Yeah, for Rolf, I would have this, a flask. And every time you try to put ale on it and drink, you don't get drunk.
good for business.
Wait, every time you put ale on it, you don't get drunk.
Yeah.
Basically, you just keep
It's like
drinking ale.
you don't get drunk from it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long
by
as
the
you're
way-
drinking from the item, you can never get
Doesn't
drunk.
that defeat the purpose?
It does.
I mean,
No,
if you're in
not
a drinking
really.
contest, then you can transfer it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for the gift. Rolf will find a way to use it.
Yeah.
There is one thing you can do, Rolf.
I'm sure you will.
Actually, no, you're not. Who has proficiency in Arcana?
I think I do.
Arcana, I would have.
Wait, I'm not sure.
I
Let
would
me
have.
just check.
Level checking. But
Yeah, I
how-
have proficiency in Arcana.
Yep, I have.
Both of you roll Arcana.
Holy crap.
23.
What is 18 plus 4? 22.
Okay. Both of you realize that while this flask is just kind of preventing you from drinking, there is enough room for an enchantment in there to turn it into a flask of endless booze.
Oh!
That is an expensive
Okay.
enchantment, but it can
Wow.
be put in.
Rolf,
Ooh.
business idea. Anyway, we tell him that.
It's
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
It's gonna cost a
Oh,
a
lot.
project.
New
It's
flask.
gonna cost a
project.
lot, but you have to put that on the board. Okay?
Yeah, let's put
On your
that on the
weird
project
entrepreneurial.
board.
Okay.
God, are you keeping track of these?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, those are actual items in our fight club. The
Yep.
one is Pot of Awakening on Godiva,
Okay.
and yours is Tankard of Sobriety.
Anchor of supply. So it's like an AA. It's like,
I'll look for
it's like an Alcoholics Anonymous best
AA.
friend.
Yeah.
It probably is.
My name is Rolf. I roll.
Next.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat the name? I just
Pot
found
of
the
Awakening.
search button.
Pot of
Thank you.
Awakening.
Pot.
Got it.
And last but not least, to my guardian. Just one.
It's a perfume bottle.
Wait, is it on containers?
Is
Yep.
this a perfume bottle?
Just search all items. Wondrous all.
Yep. Yep, it's a perfume. So every time you try to convince guys that you're feminine or something, maybe you can just put some of that perfume and they, oops you. It is magical, 20 uses.
So, yeah, I'll give it a try tomorrow. We'll see how it works.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna try to go on a date.
Yeah, perfume of
Excuse me, did you
bewitching.
say something, Rolf?
Perfume of
Are you sure you want to say that to
Wait.
her? She can beat you up, bro.
Anyway, thank you. I'm gonna ruffle Halvic's head.
It also, It also, you can use it for deception.
Deception for what? Oh, for lying?
It's advantage on charisma check.
Charisma checks.
So basically subterfuge.
Humanoids.
No, just anything charisma related. Charisma based.
Performance.
Oh, dang.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. So when you sing later in the karaoke, you can use.
Speaking of,
I'm not gonna
Are
sing
you
in a
guys-
karaoke. That is not my...
are you guys actually participating?
I want to go
I-
there.
I'm gonna watch if Rolf.
Rolf's gonna do
Good video.
karaoke.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take a shower.
But science for science first.
Halvic,
Oh, science.
We still,
make an
we still
intelligence
have
check.
time for some science before karaoke.
Yep.
While they're doing this, can I pick up my puppy, Pyros? And I'm gonna put
Yep.
it on my head and we're gonna go to the
Flaming.
shower room.
The flaming
She has
dog.
intelligence.
We're both
right?
gonna take a bath.
Straight
She
intelligence.
has intelligence.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
so
15,
cute.
10
That's
plus
so
5.
cute.
That breaks your first attempt.
Not yet. Oh. Sorry.
Aw.
Make a second attempt.
Second.
You have time for the free attempts before the karaoke thing.
Oh, that's good. That's good. 21. 16 plus 5. Oh.
Make your third attempt.
Still.
Make you a lot of attempts. Like Nigel's just gonna make attempt. Then we'll ever
Oh
succeed.
no, there's a number.
That is.
Oh, okay,
that
okay.
is actually higher. 18 plus 5, which is 23.
24? 23.
23.
That's exactly what you need. Right now.
Oh wow!
That's exactly what you need. at the moment.
Science.
So-
we finally have
Okay,
a
that's cool.
rifle.
That's
For the
cool.
next few hours, Halvic is tinkering with pipes. There's an explosion in your room. tinkers with it again. All his hair is now standing up and blackened, and his face is charred with gunpowder smoke. The third attempt, he uses his mage hand from 30 feet away and expecting the corner to blow up. And it doesn't explode. Rolf, were you looking for a rifle or a pistol? A rifle, right?
Musket, actually. Yeah,
a musket. Yep.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a custom item. But the musket is, because you have gunner, you no longer need to reload, but just put in that is ammunition, range, reload. I'm gonna give you the specifics if you can put in. Actually, I'll just give it to you later. But the musket is, well, you have about 10 bullets thanks to Halvic's efforts. 10 starting bullets, and you can always buy. Basically, the bullet's going to be a metal pellet. It's not that hard to find. The gunpowder is what you need to procure.
Okay.
Is 1d12 piercing, weighs 10 pounds, and has a range of 40 over 120.
That's
Oh.
1d12.
So it's shorter than the bow, but it hurts a lot more.
It hurts a lot. Plus, I already have proficiency for it because of
Yes.
gunner, right?
Yep. And you don't need, and you can ignore the reloading feature. But it is a musket, is 1d12 piercing, 10 pounds, range is 40 over 120.
Okay, wait. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to.
The short range is 40,
Yeah,
long range is 120. It's a custom
Okay,
item.
I'm just gonna do it later. What's that piercing weapon? 1d12. Weight is 10, right?
10 pounds, yep.
Okay, so we finally made it.
Oh,
right?
and 10 musket bullets that you have.
Okay. 10 musket bullets. Alright. I say, Halvic! Write it down! Write it down! This will be making us money! We have to make more of this! We have to mass manufacture this!
I have to figure it out, but I'm writing this.
But Halvic has taken several hours to make this, so at that point, pretty late. And if you guys really want to join karaoke, you can.
Alright, yay! Rolf does karaoke.
Who wants to go first? It is not a high bar to beat right now.
I know, but I'll be staying at the room, by the way. I mean, I'm sharpening the rapier.
Scarlet, you watching them? You do not sharpen a rapier.
Oh no, I mean, put the magic on the rapier to make it +1 one of my infusions, since Scar isn't using the infusion anymore. The +1.
Okay. You're gonna replace the infusion.
Yeah.
Scarlet, are you watching?
Since I got out from the shower, I am going to I'm gonna give it a try, and I'm gonna spray a bit on my wrists. I'm gonna sniff it.
Smells amazing, actually.
Not bad. I'm gonna keep it in my pocket, and I'm just
one
gonna
of
look at Halvic and say.
One of your 20 uses.
I'll go watch karaoke. I'll see how badly this can get. I am interested.
Yeah, I
Are you
think
gonna
I'm.
stay here?
Yep, I think I'm on a momentum right now after that successful thing I did. So I'm just applying some magic here on my new rapier.
Alright, congratulations. I'll just head there. If you want anything, give me a call. Or call me out. I'll just head to the... No, well, still drying my hair.
Okay. Your hair dries pretty fast given it's really, really hot.
It's
So,
hot, yes.
which one wants to go
steaming
first?
right now. I'm steaming.
Which of the two of you would like to go first? The bar is not that high. The last person to sing was an overweight orc. Not very impressive.
Okay, I'll probably want to go first because I feel like he's gonna do really well for some reason, because so far he's been very surprising about everything. So I'm just gonna go there because I'm very happy that I have a new potted child.
Go ahead.
I have family issues.
You stand up in front of a crowd. A lot of people. Waiting you. Also bored, and most of them expecting a bad performance given that the last 4 performances ended with rotten tomatoes thrown, of which some of them are still on the stage. One of them actually did get kicked out.
Oh my god.
And the duo that was singing,
Lovely.
and the duo that was singing a duet, I was singing some sort of
Yeah.
love ballad duet. People just basically heckled, "You're going to break up." So
Wow.
Tough
Rude.
crowd.
make
I'm like,
Wow.
okay.
a performance.
My
check.
positive disposition. It's like, I love this crowd. Let's do this.
Make a performance.
Oh
check.
my god. 19 plus 4, 23.
Would you like to describe
I
what
am
exactly
very-
your performance is? What do you sing?
Okay, so I sing basically the most happiest, upbeat kind of ballad thing. That's like, the stuff that you'd
Yeah.
probably put in like a Disney movie
Okay.
as like their anthem. I'm going
So,
for an anthem right now.
Godiva sings a ballad that starts out slow and becomes a little more upbeat and happy. And you can see Scarlet and everyone else is watching. You can see that the patrons are not used to this sort of song. It's like, that's not what we normally hear around here. And they're confused as to what to think about. And then Godiva starts twirling and spinning, gets off the stage, starts singing across the people's tables.
Can I be using your illusion?
Yes.
Stuff like that as well.
Yes.
Extending
Yes. And Christina's also using like some sort of magic shit.
Christina-
Like,
full-blown Disney princess right here.
Christina remains on
Yes.
the stage behind one of the wooden logs and just kind of puts out sparks in the back and putting sparkles on Godiva as she kind of bends backwards when sparkles kind of shower on her. She starts singing all over the place. One, people are not used to tieflings being so happy. And two, people are not used to people being happy in this tavern. But everyone starts to get along with it, starts singing along with Godiva as they start, well, not singing along, but they start kind of clapping for her. And eventually as she ends, there are some people who are crying.
Crying of inspiration, like they're very inspired.
Everyone's just kind of clapping. Rolf, would you like to go next?
Yeah, Rolf doesn't want to sing anymore.
thank you.
After that,
Oh my god.
Rolf doesn't want to sing anymore. Yeah,
Oh,
Rolf,
God.
Homer
It's that
Simpson
kind of
gif.
performance you
Whoops.
don't want to sing after.
yeah, I mean, like, it's like, would you be a speaker after Martin Luther King?
No, I'm just gonna
No,
sit down.
no.
That's the saddest
you're
thing.
just,
So,
you're just
would
gonna
you-
sit down and like,
Scarlet,
would you want to
do
be?
you want to?
I'm not gonna sing. I'm not a singing type, but I will drink some with a few people. Maybe find an interesting crowd and drink with them.
Yeah. A crowd or someone alone?
I'll try to see if there's anyone who, my typical demographic, someone who looks oddly powerful.
Make a perception check.
Probably piss them up. at some
Oddly
point.
powerful.
Yes. Oh, that's not very impressive. Perception. That's
If
a
it's
7.
too low, what's your passive?
My passive is
You need a 12.
13.
You look around, you don't find much, but eventually your peripheral, you find one person of particular interest. Or it's strange because he's not your usual demographic in terms of appearance, but something about him just exudes experience and wisdom, especially in high stress situations or combat. He's very calm, very reserved, very quiet, but he is he's a guy who looks like he's seen a lot. Human. Full plate armor.
How does he look like?
Looks to be mid 40s or early 40s. Full plate armor. A sword strapped to his side and a shield kind of on his back. There's a few scars on his face.
Oh
Clearly,
god, for the love of
clearly
God.
blade slashes. In medieval ages,
Mhm.
people get slashed all the time.
I know. It's perfect.
Human, he doesn't at all look like he's aggressive, but you can kind of see past it that he has been through a lot, and his calm demeanor is a mask for, if someone tries to piss him off, he will defend himself. But for the most part, he looks like a calm, just sitting there, drinking. He did clap subtly
Yeah.
for Godiva, but he just kind of, he doesn't fawn or lose his shit over like everyone else did.
He's another cool guy. Nice.
Oh, for the love of God. We lost Sin and now we have a new target. Oh god. I am going to grab a drink. Maybe ale? Something good. I'll
3
go
silver.
with something good.
5 silver if you want the good stuff. Something good.
Good stuff. I'll buy 2.
10 silver.
Yeah, I'll also get some of the good.
That's 5 silver
Well, just
for a drink.
I can't believe I'm buying drinks for men. That's fine. Fuck gender roles. I'm going to sit next. I'm going to look at him and say, "Is he taken?"
Not at all. Please.
I'm going to sit and I'm gonna put him a drink.
Just eating his he's got a steak that he looks like he's ordered. Just eating it. Ah, much appreciated. Although,
Scarlet.
what do I owe the drink?
Could use a company.
Sorry, what was your name?
Scarlet.
Ezra.
Ezron, sorry.
Ezron.
Okay. Do you frequent here often? You don't look like the fan of karaoke's, actually.
I've been here for a month now. Not exactly a fan of singing, but occasionally people surprise you.
I'm gonna point at Godiva.
Yes, quite talented.
That she is. What weapon is he using?
A long sword. The sheath has runes that look like a container, meaning you don't know anything about magic, but the fact that it has runes probably means it's magical to some extent.
Yeah. At this moment, this is like Scarlet. It's going inside her mind. Like, this is why they don't think I'm a girl, huh? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna look at this sword and just say, "Curious what you have there."
Ah, thank you. It took a bit of work to get.
Mind if I look at it? Sorry, I'm a bit of an enthusiast when it comes to weapons.
Certainly.
I don't have any right now, but I did just take a shower.
Passes you.
Hmm?
Looks like a longsword. Simple longsword, but it's covered in elvish runes. Engraved into it.
Elven.
Yes, had to jump through quite a few hoops to obtain it.
So was it worth it? I'm gonna sheath it.
He asks for it before you sheath.
I'm gonna give it.
He looks around, making sure people are drunk enough, so it doesn't draw attention.
Mm-hmm.
He gives it a command word, and the sword erupts in a white flame.
That is impressive.
And then he sheaths it. Like I said, it took quite a few hoops before I was able to obtain it. Elves are not easy to negotiate with, especially when it comes to their home weapons.
No, they are not. Does it have a name?
Lightbringer was what they called it.
I happen to recognize the name.
Not really. Likely people like to name their weapons, especially smiths who made especially good magical weapons, so probably a personalized name.
Okay. So, traveler, got any stories to tell? I say that was just casually chilling in the back.
Quite a few, I suppose. Mostly journeying, the occasional
Alone?
guild work. Yes. I've been alone for, 5 years now?
Any particular reason why?
No reason. Just my own personal desires. Things I'm looking for, things I want, things I'm trying to do and accomplish. They don't necessarily become prioritized when you travel with a group.
Fairly understandable, yeah. I'm just going to engage in casual, idle conversations with him afterwards.
Godiva, Rolf, you want to do anything
Get to know him more.
in the tavern? Scarlet's chatting up
Can
this
you hear
guy.
me? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm actually just gonna look at any. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down with anyone, I guess. Just at this point, I'm just really happy. Just gonna
While
sit down
Scarlet,
passively and just...
while Scarlet was talking to someone who looked very imposing, very physically imposing.
Yeah.
Because he was built imposingly. He just has a calm demeanor. There's a different kind of clientele that you are curious about.
Whack.
Because it is another tiefling.
Oh.
Red tiefling
Oh.
in a gold and green dress. Short, kind of bobbed hair. Pure black eyes. She's just sitting there. Looks like she's on her 5th or 6th cup.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like she's affected at all. Just
And she's a mushroom farmer. Dum, dum, dum.
Is she?
No.
No.
Is she? Like just one look and you know this girl's on shrooms, bro.
I can see the mushrooms in you.
she's just drinking.
Okay, but yeah.
If you want to sit next to her, you can. Or if you want to talk to her, what do you tell her?
I'm bad at this. Anyway, I just come up there and say, "Hey."
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. Just I'm sorry, I don't really get to see a lot of tieflings around from where I was from, so
Yeah,
I
well, not
just
very common.
here. Yeah, even around here? I would have thought there'd be a lot here.
A bit more common around here than
Being
other
a main
places.
city and all.
A bit more common around here than
I
other places,
suppose.
but we're not, overly common. Just in general.
Alright. Do they usually treat tieflings very nicely here? I heard some people could be very
Racist?
mean about it. Yes. Precisely.
I haven't exactly been maltreated, although anyone who tries to piss me off, I just tend to punch in the face. But no one's tried to piss me off yet, so that's a
Lovely.
good sign.
Alright.
You want a
That's
drink?
cool. Anyway. Yeah. Can I afford it?
She has one waiting for you. Like, you can have hers, basically. Well,
Oh, okay.
have a seat.
Oh, hey, thanks. Ah. Anyway, so what brings you here? Seems like a lot of people have different stories in this city.
Perhaps
Not a lot of people.
a couple of friends came over here. We're trying to prevent something from happening.
Like something normal thing, or is this another one of those grave stories waiting to happen? This is with
Normal.
magic and stuff.
Well, relatively normal for us. It's not necessarily normal for everyone else.
That's fair. Is it something you can talk about, or is it one of those top secret things?
She's kind of thinking to herself. I talk about it, but it's kind of on brand for the rest of us that we get into things without really knowing what we're doing. So I don't really know what to talk about.
You know what? I relate to that. Not knowing what's happening, but it happens anyway. I mean, I don't know, like, anything cool happen in that path of yours, I suppose?
Well,
Since you guys are here anyway.
we've kind of been traveling for the last 20 years.
That's almost my age.
We get into some
That
terrible
is so
things. Most of them we don't intend to. A lot of them we don't intend to.
Oh fuck! I knew that this tiefling.
Hello.
Sorry.
A lot
Yep.
of
No,
them
this-
we get dragged into.
But huh. Whack.
Was
Okay,
bad.
I mean,
Well, since the two already know, you just have to dust her dress off with it. I'm sorry. That's rude. My name's Prudence. She offers her hand.
hello, Prudence. My name's Godiva.
Nice
I've
to
only
meet
been
ya.
traveling for... How long have we been traveling? A month? A month?
About a
It
month.
feels
month and a half.
About a month.
a
Feels like
month
a
and a
year
half,
though.
yeah.
Oh.
It feels like a year, but we've only been traveling for a month and a half, so...
So she's
Don't-
a season
I wonder if
one
we can keep
character.
it up.
Don't worry about it. It gets so don't worry about it. It starts to get slower. Time starts to stay still when you travel with the same people for the number of years.
Huh. Your friends?
Yeah. You know, they're great
Yeah.
and all. They're great and all, but sometimes you just kind of want to punch them. Especially when they get you into some stupid crap. A lot.
Yeah, like, that you killed twice. I think I get what you mean. Kinda. Friends
Yeah,
do be
that's
like
happened. That's happened.
that.
She
Yeah.
looks out the window.
You're-
You guys are kind of seated next to the
Huh?
window. Just looks out the window. Oh, sorry, I gotta go. Looks like it's time for us to
Oh,
do our
okay.
fin. Maybe I'll see you around.
Alright, do have fun. Alright, cool,
We usually
cool.
drink around here at night anyways. See ya.
Okay,
You
have fun.
You see the end of the window she's looking at?
Hmm?
You recognize the elf that greeted Sin earlier. On the cart that she was going to. And leaves.
Say hi to your friend for me.
Sure. You see them outside the tavern.
Thanks.
They're talking.
Thanks for the drink, by the way.
Prudence. No problem. Prudence points at you through the window. The elf kind of looks at you and waves. As they get on the horse and they leave.
I just look at Godiva. Could you have please just told them to take care of Gustavo for us? Please? Could you for once have told them to take care of it for us? There.
Look, they look.
Okay, catch up, go, catch up, convince them to do it for us. They're a bunch of season 2
They have
characters.
left.
They're leveled
I'm
up.
probably drunk enough.
They're a bunch of nobodies.
Can't I have?
They were season 2 characters. They have higher experience than us.
They've already left.
Yeah.
Really, I can't reach that. Okay. Fine.
That is the most.
I don't want to get
thing I've
arrested for
ever
flying
heard.
again. I almost got
Why?
arrested for flying.
You could have caught up with them. You should have had them solve it for us. Rolf
I just
doesn't
let
want to
them.
deal with this Gustavo guy. We're being forced into this quest chain. Rolf isn't happy about this.
I try to calm down Rolf, like pat his head, give him a hug. Sweetie, our problem now.
I don't want Gustavo anymore.
I want a new quest.
Why can't Rolf find a quest line that's happier?
You see, Scarlet, while you're talking to Ezra.
Oh. Actually, I was going to check if the perfume is actually working because I'm very skeptical about it. I don't know how it works. I don't understand how it works.
Look under the table and you'll get
Ask
your
him.
answer.
Mother of God!
What are you gonna
Not
ask
on
him?
him.
You have
Not on him.
you have a rat, right? Ask your rat to check for you.
No! I let go of the rat. I was just going to check if it actually works. Like, you know, when you're walking around, you're going to glance curiously if it actually people can actually notice
Make
it,
a
or if
charisma
it's just
check.
a scam.
With advantage.
Because I would want to know if Halvic got scammed. Charisma.
Yep, with advantage.
I mean, it's Scarlet, so not that impressive. I got a 2, and I got a 9.
Total?
So that's 11.
Okay. You do move around and you notice a few heads that normally don't. You wouldn't get... It is not impressive. However, you have enough self-awareness to know that the lack of an effect is more on you than it is the enchantment. Sort of like the enchantment can only do so much. But it
Mother
does...
of God.
But it is having an effect. There is a noticeable effect. It's just that you're not utilizing it to its full potential. You can kind of understand.
I can't utilize it to
Like-
my full potential.
It's like one of those diet pills, but then it's not like you actually exercise and
Yes.
shit.
That is very true.
It
You
does.
can actually
eating the same
for
stuff.
intimidation.
It does have an effect,
That is also very
but
true.
you are not utilized. You are not able to utilize it. But you are feeling that it does have an effect because this is not, normal.
Yeah, maybe at some point I can use it to beat someone up. Yeah, what do I notice when I was talking with him?
While you're talking with Ezran, you notice that your initial instinct is that paladin. However, you
Mhm.
notice that
Absolutely.
there's no deity, there's no divine symbol, there's no inkling of any kind of god being served, and he does not strike you as the pious, religious, or oathly type. He's obviously not going to say that I'm not a paladin or anything, but if you're going to ask outright, you just have the instinct that he's not a paladin, maybe not a paladin, despite your initial
Yeah.
instinct.
I guess there's an oddly curious look on Scarlet's face as she looks at him, kind of like she's looking for something, but there's nothing to see. Kind of look.
He looks at you and said, "Looking for something?"
Sorry. I kind of just recently I fought with a paladin. I thought you were the same, but I don't.
No.
Something feels a bit different. Yeah.
The pretentiousness is too much for me.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. Never exactly the type to keep oaths.
No, I'm not inclined with the divine.
Maybe something else?
Would you believe I study the arcane?
Well, if you do, then you don't exactly look like the type. But again, I am not the one to judge. A paladin
He
just...
pulls out his spell book.
Oh, you are an actual spellcaster. Really? I'm gonna look at him not in an offensive way, just kind of baffled kind of look.
Yes, really. It kind of leans into you. When trying to get information from people, it's useful to make them believe that you don't understand what we're talking about. They tend to say more. Then he hides his book. However, I
Fairly
am also,
understandable.
in the spirit of that, I am also well trained in the use of these items.
I've never really been adept to magic. It was never my field of expertise, but I am curious. I mean, if you can, how does it feel like mixing magic with raw power?
Do you know the problem with using spells and magic? They take too long. You need to concentrate. And you need to forego certain things in order to use them. The problem with fighting up close with a sword, well, a spellcaster who has friends is going to be able to get to you before you can get to them. Combining them both, you'll never be the expert in one field or another, but you can supplement the weakness of one with the other. Covering your bases. It's not a perfect strategy, but it works when done right.
Curious.
You can
Perhaps
see,
I'll give it a run.
if you do, fairly simple. Find scrolls, find tomes, try to read. It will take some effort, but can be done. Slow progress
Got
is
it,
still
though.
progress.
Slow progress is still progress.
Approaching him,
I'll keep that in mind.
you can hear the floor kind of oof, oof, someone large is approaching. It's a very large green orc He just looks.
Friend of yours.
He says, fair friend, ally, occasional meat shield. Wraps his sword and his shield on him. He said, Earthron, ready to go yet? Yes, Stone Puncher, I am ready. Let us go.
Excuse me. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did you just say his name is Stone Puncher?
Yes, that is the name I've always known him by, unless you have lied to me.
Yeah.
Stone Puncher, don't lie.
Please stay here for one moment. I have a friend that needs something from you. I think.
Uno momento, por favor.
One moment. I'm going to look for Rolf. Just.
Rolf's there
Is he still
breaking
crying
down.
on Godiva?
Rolf's there breaking down on Godiva, begging her to do something.
Rolf
Just look at
doesn't
Godiva
wanna
like-
deal with that.
Can I say I'm doing a good job at comforting this person?
Rolf doesn't want to deal with Gustavo. I just want to get thrown into this shit.
Shush, Bob.
They were a bunch of season 2 characters. They could have handled him.
Bad time.
It's okay. It's okay.
They were at least level 20, right?
It's alright. You know, wanna see a little magic trick?
Scarlet approaches the two of you in the middle of this.
No, I'm
doing, like,
maybe
little
2 meters
illusion
away,
thingies.
just looking at Godiva, trying to catch Godiva's line of sight, and just like mouthing, "Is this a bad time?" kind of mouthing. Because I just saw Stone Puncher. I'm pointing at the green orc.
Okay, so I shake. I saw that, right?
Yes.
I shake I shake Rolf and say, "You want to see your friend Stone Puncher?
Stone Puncher's here?
That's
Want to
the
see your friend? Yeah.
He can actually survive inside civilization?
hold on.
Is that the brother or?
Stone Puncher is the brother.
Your
No,
brother.
no, Stone Smasher is the brother. Stone Puncher was the guy we met.
Did I not make you meet Stone Crusher? Then yes.
I think it's the other way around,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, I made you meet Stone Crusher.
Stone Puncher is the friend.
Yeah, because you keep
Oh,
saying Stone
okay.
Puncher when we were talking about Stone
Okay.
Crusher.
Yeah,
I think.
Stone Crusher
Basically,
is the guy you met.
it's the brother.
Stone Puncher is the brother.
Oh,
Oh.
wait, no, I think you got it wrong. I think it's Stone Puncher who is the guy we met, and Stone Crusher
Opening up
is his
YouTube.
brother.
One sec.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
Stone Crusher
Yeah.
is the brother, yes.
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
bad.
But-
This is Stone Crusher.
Okay,
This is
okay.
the brother. My bad.
Oh, okay. Alright, sweet. Alright.
Still, I
Wait.
think you'd want to.
Someone say Stone
talk to him.
Crusher! Stone Crusher!
Yeah. You want to talk to him?
Who's
Yeah,
calling?
sure. Okay.
He
Hey,
calmed down. In my head, he calmed down.
I was gonna pat Godiva's back. Good
friend
job,
of your
Mom.
brother. Friend of your brother. Stone Puncher?
You ran into that
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck!
That's such a brother thing to say.
No,
That's
just passing on a message. Says something about you owing him gold and something about a knife.
He kneels to your height because he's like 3 feet taller than you. He looks at you and he says,
Lol.
Alright. If
Yeah,
it's not
this,
too much trouble, if you ever see him again, tell him he pulls out a jagged black obsidian knife. Tell him he can have this
Right.
knife when he mans up and takes it from my cold dead hands. He
Okay.
stands up.
Passing on the message.
Don't kill the
Passing on
messenger!
the message. Okay. Now, I gotta deal with that.
He looks at Ezran kind of looks at him. Excuse me for 1 minute. And then he drags Stone Puncher. They start talking. And then at some point you see Stone Crusher punching the wall. This kind of, and then
I love family drama.
Ezran just kind of points at you guys. Ezran kind of goes up to you and then says, if you don't mind,
Hello, cool person.
I need some guarantee that you are going to return this object to his brother.
didn't he say that he needed to man up and take it from his court? Rolf doesn't want to get
I
involved.
think the point is that
he
he
gets the
wants
hand.
us to give it instead.
He gets the hand, and he puts his hand back, and Stonecrusher puts the dagger in his hand, and then he hands it to you. If you could hand it back to his brother whenever you would meet him.
Do you guys honor pinky promises?
This is such a hassle.
Okay, he's your best
Okay,
friend. What do
fine.
you think?
In the unlikely event that Rolf will
it's
once
highly
again
likely.
meet up with Stone Puncher,
Quickly.
then Rolf will,
I'm settled
will
less.
promise to give back this very peculiar looking obsidian dagger back to Stone
You-
Puncher.
Do not need to seek him out. Only if you run into
Oh.
him. Also,
What?
you don't need to
We
seek
don't
him
need
out.
to actively seek him out. Yeah.
Just if you
Yeah,
run into him.
yeah, I mean,
Also,
yeah,
Which
run
we
into
will.
him.
feel free to make use of it. And then you see Stonecrusher just nod.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Stonecrusher
Okay.
goes up to you and says, "It's
To have a pinky promise.
You stab someone possessed and they get unpossessed."
That is cool.
Okay. Where the fuck was this when we needed this?
With him.
Very true.
With him.
Okay.
Wow.
Rolf
I would just like to
appreciates this.
Yes.
Rolf very much appreciates this.
He suddenly
and
calmed
thanks
me
you for this,
down.
but he will give this to Stone Puncher should he once again meet Stone Puncher down the line.
Not my
like
problem
true
if
friends, we will
brother
meet
can't
again.
find you. And then he leaves.
Okay. Seems like a nice guy. Seems
Yeah,
like
seems
a nice
pretty
guy.
cool.
He,
Yeah.
Ezran just looks at you,
Nice.
Scarlet, and addresses the rest of you.
Didn't punch us.
Please forgive my imbecile of a companion. He has his uses. And then he leaves
He's fine.
as he nods.
He's
It's
very
me,
lovely.
but, So what's the weight of this thing?
It's a dagger. Just a regular. Just put in a
okay.
dagger, and then it just has the ability. If you have to stab someone, meaning you have to actually attack them.
Cool.
It will deal
Okay.
damage.
Like all the way.
It will deal damage.
Okay. Scratches don't count. Okay.
Oh, my mistake. It's a dagger +1. So put in a dagger +1 instead.
Oh, so it's a +1 dagger.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So, karaoke night ends after meeting some weird people. You head
Mhm.
over to your rooms. You take a rest, and you take the night off. We're gonna call that a night.
Cool.
We have
Okay.
gotten into the city and still no idea how to actually get in to find the guy.
Yeah. Well, at least we
Yeah.
survived.
Everything's going well. Good night, everyone watching.
Well.
We will see you next week.
It's
And-
going too well.
Too well, yes.
No, this is
Too
the
well.
preparation.
This is how it's supposed to go. We're just
Yeah.
doing really badly before.
This is how it's supposed to work.
It's like,
Good night, everyone.
yeah.